Let's talk Golden State Warriors game day, and we are back with the Warriors in the court. It's preseason yet, but I'm so excited for today. Finally, we're gonna figure out a few things. What is gonna be our starting lineup? The rotation, the minutes. I know, it's not official. Steve Kerr is gonna do a lot of tests, but it's exciting. We're gonna figure it out, and more important, we're gonna find out, can the Warriors shine this season? Can they shine today against the Clippers? Can they show something, spark something and some plays and show a little bit already of what they have been practicing on training camp and potential new type of playing when Stephen Curry is not on the court? So it's going to be very interesting. We're going to talk about the game today, a few things that are already confirmed, a few rumors about the starting lineup, everything else involving the preseason that starts today and keeps going with 5 extra days after until October 18. And then we see the Warriors starting the NBA season October 23rd. So before we go on, please don't forget to subscribe, help the channel. We are heading to 8,000 of you here. I really appreciate your support. And let's go. So the Warriors are starting tonight. Actually 4 p.m. if you're in Pacific time zone or 7 p.m. Eastern time. You can watch this if you're in California. If you're in the Bay Area, you can watch in the local NBC Sports, or it's going to be television on NBA TV. Yesterday we had games already going on. Minnesota, Celtics, the Denver Nuggets, they all play it. And the Warriors start tonight against the Clippers. The Clippers that, as you know, lost Paul George, almost had to the Golden State Warriors, but end up in the 76ers. They are the head coach is Tyronn Lue, and they have James Harden, Nick Batum, a few other players. So it's going to be interesting as well to see how the Clippers come for this season. Kawhi Leonard, not sure he's going to play. I saw some news, and apparently he's out of any injury, but he might have a few minutes today or not. I haven't seen any news ruling him out. On the Warriors side, the Warriors are not counting. Everyone is healthy but Wiggins. Wiggins was under the weather. He missed the training camp partially. And I say partially because he was actually there. You have probably seen the footage. He was there wearing a mask. So he was seeing everything that was being discussed and practiced. But he was practicing shooting by himself. So he's not going to the game. The Steve Kerr already confirmed that. And don't miss the opportunity to get all kinds of Golden State Warriors products with discount. And if you are in the US, there is also free shipping. You can get t-shirts like this one. You can get hats. You can get any of those frames back there. Anything of the Golden State Warriors you will find there, and they are all official products. Just use the link, buy it, and you can get amazing discounts. We already have some rumors about starting lineup, and yesterday the Warriors hold a small scrimmage at the end of the last day of practice, where we actually saw a very interesting lineup, and I'm going to show you. You saw that in the screen. Stephen Curry, Brandon Porzingis, Buddy Hield, Jonathan Kuminga, and Draymond Green. So you can see Draymond as a center, Brandon pairing with Stephen Curry at the backcourt. But then the interesting thing is that Steve Kerr was asked about this lineup at the end of the training camp during his post-training camp interview, and he said that no, that's not the starting lineup. Actually, it's a show, it's a sign that definitely that is not the starting lineup. He already emphasized before, right? He doesn't want Draymond Green to playing a lot of minutes as a center. So I think this was more like checking a few things, a few boxes. And he also confirmed that everyone is expected to play. So we could see a lot of rotations, limited minutes for sure for Draymond Green, for Stephen Curry, but it's going to be interesting, right? So I already brought a few things here before. It's very likely that we're going to see Jonathan Kuminga playing as a number 3, playing as a small forward. Which is interesting because he believes himself to be better in that position. Draymond Green is also very supportive. Remember the last year we had a lot of pairing between the two, so they were like swapping the power forward position. It's interesting to see how Steve Kerr will actually fit that. Brandon was also confirmed to be the backup point guard. So how it's going to be when Stephen Curry is not on the court. Not just Brandon Porzingis replacing him, but also how the Warriors, the offensive system will play when Brandon Porzingis is leading and being the playmaker right on that backcourt. So very interesting as well. As I said, Wiggins is confirmed out. a few things that we should pay attention tonight, right? So we know Stephen Curry is in a great shape. He's coming from the Olympics, but how is Draymond Green coming back, right? He's obviously heading towards the end of his career. Same with Curry. So how they will play without Klay Thompson right now and getting older. Sometimes we get surprised how all of a sudden they like one season to the other. Some of those veterans, they change. I still have high expectations for them, but it's interesting to pay attention on that. Who is actually, I personally believe that Wiggins, despite Steve Kerr not confirming that, he's a confirmed starter. I do think that the three that I know I would count for sure in the starting lineup, at least for the beginning of the season, is Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and Andrew Wiggins. And I think there's two positions there that are uncertain. But he's not playing tonight, so it's interesting to pay attention who will step up on that place, right? How will Steve Kerr envision when Wiggins is not there? Who is the replacement? Is that Jonathan Kuminga moving for that position? D'Anthony Melton, Brandon Porzingis? There's a lot of options. Buddy Hield. So how are those guys? How will the other point is how the offensive system will play when Stephen Curry is on the court, pairing with Buddy Hield. How much we will see of Buddy Hield and Stephen Curry playing together? They are both high volume shooters. How will they play when they are not on the court? So it's going to be very interesting. Will the Warriors to keep that very ball movement, off ball movement as well, and high volume shooting three, and how that plays out? So a very few things. Who becomes more of the third team, right? We always know we have a starting lineup. We have sort of the second unit and then a third unit. I would count right now Guy Santos and Linkwater, the thirds, and Quinton Post and Pat Spencer to be on that third team. But more to see on that. We know that sometimes we have rotations there. And the last, I would say the center position, right? So Tracy Jackson towards the end of the season, he sort of took that spot from Looney. And the Warriors performed really well. With Draymond and Tracy at the court, we had a record of 9-2. So, but then we have Looney that came with a different body shape, much leaner. He's changing, trying to be more, shooting more. So who is going to take that spot, and how much has Tracy Jackson evolved, for example, from the last season? So I think that's a very interesting one. And last but not least, how about Moses Moody, right? We haven't been speaking much about him, but he seems to be evolving as well. He has high expectation. He's in a year where he needs to renew his contract. So what is going to be for Moses Moody, right? If we really want a good contract right now, is the time to show his skills, show that he can deliver. But more important as well, he needs to conquer those minutes, right? Steve Kerr needs to believe that and give him that opportunity. So lots of things. We know, I said that yesterday here, the Warriors invest on depth instead of sacrificing a lot of assets, picks, and current players to actually bring a second All-Star. They decided that at this point, and I think it was smart because everyone was sort of undervaluing a few of our assets. They decided to keep those units, bring some veterans that I really believe can help, sort of similar to what happened to 2021-22. And then things go for the first beginning of the season, the first part of the season, and then they can decide if they need to fill a few gaps or not. So very interesting. As I said, 7 p.m. Eastern time tonight is the first time we're going to see the Warriors on the court this season. It's going to be very interesting. And I want to know what you think. Can the Warriors shine against the Clippers or not? Or you think this is going to be a lame game, or we're not going to see much yet? Even if it's a good game, we're not going to see much and we're not going to have an idea. Or you think that this game will already give us a lot of hints and insights about the starting of the season, the starting lineup, and who is playing what, who is going to step up. So let me know right in the comments. To wrap, let me show the rest of the schedule, right? So the Warriors still play 5 games, as I said, and you can see there in the screen. So we play tonight against the Clippers. This game is happening in Hawaii. It's wrapping the training camp. And then in 4 days, they will play against the Kings. And then 2 days after that, they play against the Kings again. They're already back to California on this. So they play at Chase Center, and then at first they play at the Kings Court, and then they play at Chase Center. Then we play at home against Detroit, and then we play in LA against the Lakers, and we wrap the preseason October 18, my birthday, against the Los Angeles Lakers. So it's very interesting, a lot of games for us to start warming up, and I'm excited for that. Let me know. I want to know what you think about the Warriors season, and if you want to know more about the Warriors dynasty, just watch this video here.